Hi, and welcome back to Hi, my name is Alex. I have to tell, I'm actually quite surprised how many people have been watching so far and just enjoying the material. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Heck, for me, a view is a view. A subscriber is a subscriber, and I appreciate it because it is, again, YouTube is the long run. Funny enough, I actually had some people ask me, basically, where are you filming and how are you putting this time in? And do you have multiple channels? And the questions vary. I'll answer a few of them today, and hopefully that'll be helpful for you. First of all, this is not my first channel. I have another channel as well, but I like to leave them separate on purpose. So forgive me for that. Reason is because, as far as I'm concerned, with the YouTube algorithm, and let me explain to you a little bit for those who don't understand it. Basically, if you have looked into it, it essentially means algorithm is the audience, and it actually puts you in a lot of different groups, between 50 to 100 people, survey groups, as it tries to find your audience. And the idea is that you don't share your material out to friends and family, because it's not that they don't care or maybe they don't give a rats at all in the first place, but they're not your ideal people to point your target videos to the right audience that you're after. It doesn't do a very good job. By leaving things separate, by niching out, is kind of what I'm doing. I'm able to segregate and kind of like put my ideas out, but making sure they don't collide. And so I can speak my mind, share different perspectives on things, and do things another way. So what I'm doing, this channel here, I kind of share everything and everything. Just everything that comes to mind I want to talk about. I put challenges to myself, as you guys are well aware. I'm doing my 2-month challenge right now, that I plan to have 3 videos out every single week for you guys to watch and enjoy, and hopefully you're enjoying it. And for those that don't, I do apologize. But also want to prove myself, because I'm seeing this form of content, and I know I'm saying every episode so far, this form of content where all you need is a camera and yourself and a good story. And I want to prove to myself, more than anything else than anyone else, but to prove to myself that this is possible, because if I can do it, so can you. So that's something I want to voice very strongly about. Anyway, today I'm going to answer those few questions that have been asked for me on a general perspective. All the things I do and everything I do, I film in my workplace. This is actually a workstation area. So NAB, the National Australian Bank, they don't exactly have designated seating areas when you're an employee here. In fact, they're more like freestanding station area. So if you get there, you can get in, or you have to apply for the area so you can use it for that day. And you move from different floors and you move from different spaces. I've been pretty lucky to find a good, quieter spot where I'm able to maintain taking the same spot every single day. But if you're not lucky, you tend to lose it. On top of that, you lose your spot. Say you had gear left here overnight, security will come in, take it all away, and put it into properties, and you have to go pick it up. So you had to clean up your workspace area, keep it tidy, but at the same time, it makes it easier on your cleaners, and I guess it put a lot of respect on the different fields. So I get where it's coming from. I think it's actually a good way of doing things, because once you become more stationary, and I work in outplaces like that, I'm sure you have as well, you get a bit messy, and the area doesn't get cleaned as often as it should be. So by doing this, there's no true workstation. Every station consistently stays clean. So I don't know, as a business owner, if you are self-employed and you have your own little area, maybe something to think about. It seems to be working, and I can tell you, it's definitely working. It's more tidy than expected, and I lost my gear a few times already because I left my gear overnight because I was busy, I was getting late because of project work and so forth. But that's one part. The next part is that I'm filming with an Osmo Pocket 3 device, which is a DJI device, extremely effective. This here is a DJI microphone that I'm using. I might put down some links down below where you can get it for yourself, but I might not, who knows. And I sometimes use my phone on a basic tripod and just basic stuff. I don't do anything fancy. Everything that I'm releasing out here is unedited, raw, and straight to the point. All my hiccups, all my mistakes, everything is there for you to reveal. And then the other part is that I just post up because I'm trying to meet this target of mine. And I've been consistent so far. I've been at it and been keeping up my work, and I'm going to try to achieve this 2-month goal of mine. And hopefully I meet my goal at the end of the 2-month period. And then I'll share my results, how I went, and I'll let you guys know. But not until I reach that point. I'm not there yet. I have to create let's see now, 3 videos every week. Over a month is 12, so 2 months, 24. So 24 episodes I got to make. And on top of that, insane, so it's not so easy. You can't always sit down and just spill all your ideas and have it all out there. It's not as simple. Even doing this can be very difficult. And I can say, and I'm sure for those who have attempted, this is not always so easy. Well, some people can do this on a daily basis and just, yap all their way that they want to the ends of the earth. And they may have the most interesting life, or maybe they don't. They just know how to expressly talk about anything or everything. And what I find extremely effective, and especially it comes with age now, for those who are in the 35 age group and above, you have many stories to share. You've got a lifetime of experiences from all aspects of life, from whatever work you've done. You've got a lot to talk about, from family, from your jobs, from your workplace to your hobbies. These are all valid things. So this is good storytelling methods you can use, and the rest comes to practice. And okay, so answering other questions as well, what made me go into this? Why would I do this? Well, I kind of say all the time, I got into this because I'm seeing so many people out there today doing just this. In 2025, there's more people than ever who are just getting a camera and just filming themselves and talk. That's all they're doing. And they're gaining so much traction that it's so shocking. I'm going, I can do this. And some of the things I've watched so far, like their audio and visuals are so poor, so noisy, and it's so bad. It's like, it's really bad, but yet they've managed to gain a large amount of people, a large following. It's shocking, and no, I'm happy for them, because what that proves every time I see this, like anyone really can do this. But I think it comes down to that really key point is that are you able to keep up this no matter how hard it gets? And are you able to maintain that consistent momentum work to better produce the content that you want to do? That's hard. That's very, very hard. And then, of course, in the back of your mind, what are your goals? How do you want to achieve this? What do you want to do? How do you want to formulate or systematically create your channel, and what approaches you want to make? Because I said in the past, being the content creator or content entrepreneur, being a business owner within your brand, using your channel to be able to build something else is very difficult. Now, forgive me for the noise if you can hear it outside. There are actually a lot of people on my floor today, and on top of the fact there's a lot of construction work going on, so that might be quite loud. If you can't hear it, that's great, because that means this mic is awesome and it's really cleared up. But if you find it hard, forgive me for that, because it is quite noisy and the floor is quite busy today. I may be in different areas later today or down the track, depending where I am, but for me, all my things I do is artwork. Now, sometimes the material that I use artwork, as again, I am an AV events coordinator, and my hours differs from 9 to 5, and even longer. I can do something to 10 to 12 hours, and I squeeze this in every time I have lunch breaks. So I do this on my lunch breaks. I feel myself down, I let you guys know what I do, and I share my story, and I basically walk you through everything in my life, from here to Yoinks. And if you guys are enjoying that, I'll still continue doing this. But first of all, it's meeting my requirement with just 3 videos every week to be my challenge of 2 months and see where I come from there. And I hope that I do well and see where it grows, because I've been seeing this everywhere I go. Now, other things is this: how do you write your stories? How do you face anxiety? How do you do when you're an introvert? Put yourself out there, because this is more like extrovert type of work. Well, first of all, no, it's not extrovert or introvert. It's none of that. Ignore that. It's your confidence level to get up there. And it's scary, it is, and it takes a lot of practice. In fact, I've done more videos that never went up on live ever, just stuck in the runt because of my current situation. It makes things difficult to share, but stuck in the run and not getting anywhere at all. I've done more videos that I can dream of now that I had not time to practice. And that's kind of where I want to get you to. If you are an introvert, or you have trouble speaking in public, or you have these anxieties that stops you, preventing you from producing the content or work that you want to do, I want to tell you right now, as an individual, don't let those things bind you down, because I'm sure you're a very interesting person. I know that your life story is interesting. You need to first get out of that rut and say to yourself that I can do this and I will do this. And instead of motivating yourself, you got to put discipline down as your main key role, and build the systems down that work for you. What's stopping you? Why are you saying no? Why are you not doing this today? Why aren't you not getting out there? And so these are the questions you have to ask yourself, and put yourself in the camera. And I'm using this platform, this channel, and just talking about my life, and if I can offer some skill sets or so, I'm pulling that forward too. I do provide coaching and mentoring. If talking is an issue for you and you want to find better ways to improve yourself in that, that's something I do teach as well. So if you want to reach out, by all means. I have trouble doing this. This wasn't always easy for me. It may look like it's so simple, but it took time for me to get there. I get it. I understand. If you want to learn how to build and start up your channel, I'll help you. I'll get you there too. I'm doing this and see where it goes. I'm having fun with what I'm doing and really just sharing my experiences. So you don't need to do too much to get yourself out there. The most important part is to just have to start. Don't feel that you can't do this, and understand that anyone can. That's the most important thing, that anyone can. It's about practice, it's about momentum, about discipline. Put those into perspective and you can do anything. And yes, again, people who do say thumbnails, titles, hooks, and that, I get all that. I know it's important, but right now that's not the most important thing. Right now, you need to know where you're heading. You want to know how confident you are. You want to know you can do this in the long run. You want to know where you're going. If you have that idea and you have a goal in mind, you can even make, like I did. I started this channel based solely on a challenge. Solely on a challenge. That's why I made this channel. That's it. And then I might continue from there, because I want to share my life stories. I got a lot to share from here onwards, and that experience alone, especially those who are 35 and up, that is what I'm kind of sharing. It's what I'm doing right now. I'm sharing my life experiences and also offering things I can offer you guys as coaching and mentoring, because that's what I love doing. I do that on a personal level. I do offer those things. If that's what you want, just reach out. Anyway, as always, I hope that's been interesting and I'm sharing a little bit more about myself. If you want to ask more further questions, as always, leave a comment down below and I'm happy to do it again. Besides that, if you happen to share the same niche, reach out, just call up. I'd love to talk to you in person or just on a Zoom call. It doesn't matter. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for joining. And thanks for joining. Hi, my name is Alex. See you later now. Bye.